Are we back? We're back? Okay. We're not banned for testing. There was a moment of panic there where my brother ran in and was like, you just got banned. And I was like, no, not with only 13 viewers. You can't get banned for that. Okay. I was like, flip. My first stream back after all the uni drama and I get banned for that. No, we're okay. Time for another hype train. I think hype trains are on a cooldown of like 1 hour. And I don't know how long stream has been going for because it only says 50 seconds now. So that's fun. I just thought I killed your stream. Give me a balloon. The balloon popped and we were gone. Okay. Whew. Big relief. Anyway, welcome Give Me a Balloon to stream. Hello Treadbull, welcome back. I welcome myself back really, but yes. I've been having a few YouTube issues seeing as Nightbot is plugging me, but I have been posting shorts every day. I've run out of shorts at the moment, but I am filming more on Friday. But yes, subscribe to my YouTube. I would love 1,000 subs so I can start making money on that. A tiny bit of ad revenue will just feed my soul, because, you know, it is sometimes difficult to do the stuff I do. If you haven't seen, I did go to Woolies in the Woolies dress, didn't get kicked out by the manager, and V, the energy drink company, reached out and they were like, please make us a V crown. And so currently in my bathroom I have like 14 empty V cans that I've just washed and I'll be making into some kind of crown. So yeah, subscribe to my YouTube. It's a pretty cool place, or at least it will be very soon. Ouch! Oh, that was a hefty hiccup. Oh, I felt that in my soul. Yeah. Go to me TikTok and me YouTube, epic place. Oh, hey, sick, glad V is recognizing you. Yes, they're following like 38 people on TikTok and I'm one of them, so it's basically the best thing to ever exist. But yes, I've been doing so many free things for them that the V crown is the last thing I will do uncompensated for my efforts. So they're gonna have to start either sending me free product or forking out the cash soon. I don't know. Yeah, like, you could do hair curlers with V cans, but the thing is then you can't see the logo, so. Do you have any balloons around? I do in my, party bag, I have a balloon modeling kit, because, would you know, I'm basically a birthday clown, and I can make some sick balloon animals. But yeah, that's well far away. Yes! Give me your confessions. Anyway, next confession. We'll move on from the T word that may have gotten us done. I sent a bunch of random ones, your brother, Riley. Thank you. I have an addiction to League of Legends. Oh, after watching the League of Legends show, right, I wanted to play the game. Because I was like, this show is so good. I really want to play the game. But then everyone online was like, don't play the game. It really sucks. You're better off with other games. So I've just been like, okay, I won't play League of Legends then. And I've been just banging about on some other games. I want to get back into Apex because I've been playing way too much Fortnite recently. And I've been absolutely disrespecting Apex with the amount of Fortnite I've been playing. But it has been great. Next confession. In the year 1446, I birthed Donald Trump. He old. I like carrots more than apples. Okay. Apple is like the classic fruit. When you're like, draw a fruit, response is 200 They keep piling up. How do I have 268? 271. Oh my golly goodness. 277. What are you people doing? 280 response. This is going to be a trek to scroll through all of these confessions. But apple is like the quintessential fruit when you think of a fruit, and you know what I'm going to say? It's flipping overrated. Apples are not even the best fruit. Like, if they're off the tree, they can be really good, okay? But supermarket apples, where they've been like frozen for a little while, and they're not even fresh, and they've got wax on them, and they're often powdery, they're just flipping rank. Dan, keep them coming, peeps. 2-part stream. 316. I'm never gonna get through all of these. But yeah, look, I do love me a good apple though. When you think about like caramel apples or toffee apples. Polar bears, yeah, I killed a few. My children are yet to be born. Same. Jeff Bezos is my love child. I won't say the bug, probably. I have a rip in my anus. I'm not going to ask what activity that's from, but that is highly unfortunate. I'm not a real postman. Neither am I. I think anyone who is not a postman is not a real postman. Unless you're going around, like, robbing post offices and then just delivering the mail anyway, which is a baller move, to be honest. I mean, go for it. I've never had coffee. I don't think I've technically ever had coffee, if you think about it, because 571. Slow the flip down! Unless someone's, like, got bots onto this and is absolutely destroying my stream for funsies. Because there's no way. This has got to be, like, a bot thing. Ban police are coming. But yes, because I've never had a whole coffee, I've only had, like, little sips. It's not bro taste. Bro taste couldn't do 632 in, like, a few minutes. Yeah, so I've only had sips, and it's always been rank, so I've never, like, had a full one. I enjoy Nickelback. I've heard terrible things about Nickelback, but honestly, I don't think I know any of their songs, unless I do. Wait, let me Google. Famous Nickelback song. Oh! Look at this photograph. No, that's all. That's all I know. Look at this graph. Okay, I know. Like from the meme. Nickelback has a handful of decent songs. Yeah, look at this photograph. That's the bit I know. Okay, I double dip. Festy. I double dip with my own sauce. Not gonna lie. So. If it's my sauce, I will happily double dip. But if it's a communal sauce, that's not cool. But if it's like, you know, when you go to like Macca's or a Porto and you have your own little sauce tub, I will double dip all day in that. And, you know, people might think that's gross, but it's not. My spit is in my mouth all the time anyway. If it goes out and then goes back in, it's not gonna kill me. Monster, do not double dip. It's mine though. It's my sauce. If it's only my sauce, I'm allowed to double dip. If it's my personal sauce, I'll drink the stuff. Yeah, if it's my personal sauce, I will grab the sauce container and I'll be like... and completely lick the sauce out because, like, it's mine. What you gonna do about it? Your chip dad wrote that double dip confession. So 981. There's got to be a bot ruining my thing. I may have to make a new Google form, guys. And I'll let you know if that happens. But I'll get through the legitimate ones we have right now. And if I don't get to yours, it's because it has gotten very lost in whatever someone is trying to screw me over with. I like feet. There was a pause in the music there for a second. Good on ya, I suppose. I don't, because they're kind of like off-putting a little bit. Especially toenail. Disgusting, but like more power to you, I suppose. I play D&D. Same, sometimes. I haven't in like almost a year though. So. Do I technically? Actually, no, I did a one-shot recently. Yeah. Chuck an emote in chat right now if you also play D&D. Give us a little spam. Alright. Now it's time for me to refresh. Google Forms raid. Yep. This ain't good. Okay. There's another legit one, but I'm definitely getting a Google Forms raid. But luckily they're kind of grouping them. So all of the responses that are the exact same are all being grouped together. So P-Hub has 243. I got a nice link to that. I got 334 that say hello, 481 that say Google Forms raid. So, you know, it ain't that bad. Google Forms is actually really good at filtering spam. So I can see your responses still. Alright. Next confession. One time when I was in year 4, I got stuck in an elevator because I didn't know that the open/close buttons were... Wait, moved. Hang on. I didn't know that the open/close buttons were open/close buttons. And because we were on my floor of the apartment, I started panicking and screaming at the top of my lungs for my mother, who had no way of hearing me from inside our flat. I decided the right thing to do was kneel on the crusty elevator floor and start passionately praying for someone to save me before some weird fictional kidnapper pressed the button and got me. My neighbour's mum had heard me screaming and came rushing to the elevator. She pressed the button and then had to physically look down to see the child curled up in a ball, whispering violently for no apparent reason. She was so stunned. It stunned me, and we both stood there awkwardly staring at each other before she asked me if I was okay, and I mumbled thank you. And we both shuffled quietly in the same direction to our own apartment doors. Needless to say, I'm never forgetting what those funny buttons on the elevator do. I remember getting in trouble once as a kid because we were in the shops. Like, I think bots are loose. Yeah, the bots are loose again. Thank you for following. Thank you for... What? I already said the thank you for following. Thank you for following. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. Yeah, so when I was a kid, I remember getting in trouble because at one time we were in the shops and I was with my mum and there was an escalator and like the one with the stairs, not even a ramp. And they're like scary when you're a kid, man. Moving stairs, what the heck? And so I remember just standing there like, nah. Nah, this ain't for me, nah. Nah. And mum was at the top, looked down, and I'm still standing at the bottom like, nah. And I remember being like, oh my goodness. But I don't remember. I think someone, like, helped me go up it. Oh. But I remember just mum being like, because I was just like, nah. Oh, goodness. Someone's really cross at me, and I don't know why. Hello, Nemia! I don't know why people are cross, but you know, what can you do? I've got confessions to read, so I'm not bothered. Alright. One time at work, I gave a blank, apathetic stare at an entitled customer who was just trying to get more plastic bags without paying. In my defense, that customer always tries to exploit our free plastic bag for spending over $40 policy that has become a joke that's no longer funny. Plastic bags are very useful, so I get where they're coming from. But like, customers also understandable that you're just like fed up and had more than enough, honestly, because there are some times where you're just like, please. I know that there are some times that in my job I'm like, okay, it's fine. You're being paid to smile. And I'm like, everything's great. But inside, yeah, I had so many people comment on my TikTok where I made the Woolies ball gown out of recycled old plastic Woolies bags. They were like, oh, so this is why we have no plastic bags at the store. And I'm like, I didn't just all take them all from the store. I collected them over months of online shopping orders. Like, guys, we're fine. Oh, this next confession, I stand with it. Okay. And because we're getting bot rated, if you would like to confess, you can actually go to my Discord because the link will be there as well, since the command will probably just get lost. It is in the announcements tab of my Discord. I'm going to take a sip and then we're going to get on to the next confession. Ah! Oh, I swear, I have the most defective breathing flap. You know when you're supposed to not, when you're swallowing, it's not supposed to go in the air spot? Oh, it goes in the air spot like half the time. Oh, yeah, epiglottis. Thank you, Auntie Jeff. I always like, you know, when you get a bot raid, you're usually doing something right because I don't know why it makes people cross, but... Hot take. Macca's is overrated. Their chips are mid compared to KFC and Porto, and if I wanted a burger, I would go to Hungry Jack's. Most mid fast food places to ever exist. Yeah, look, I don't like Macca's very much. Like, Macca's is okay. It's okay if you need it. I love a Porto. I can't eat KFC because one of their secret herbs and spices is MSG, which I'm allergic to. And I haven't had Hungry Jack's since I was like a kid. I remember we used to have play dates there because they had like the best little kid play park thing. And we used to get like ice creams and it was cool. I remember they have like onion rings or something. So I don't know much about Hungry Jack's, but a Porto is great. I don't know. This is my hot confession take, is that I actually like McDonald's pickles quite a lot. I don't know if I like real pickles because I don't buy pickles, but I used to, at McDonald's, I'd always get like a McChicken, which is pretty trash, but recently I've been getting like a normal hamburger, junior burger kind of thing with extra pickles because I think they're great. Let me see if this will work. I'm gonna try and fix something for a sec. I think I fixed it. Okay. I have stopped Streamlabs from being able to comment, so you guys should be able to come back now. Hopefully. Even though it's just spamming me currently and not you guys. I went into panic mode trying to stop that. Olivia, hello! Yeah, I always forget that I can do things to stop bot raids until like halfway through, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can probably turn off Streamlabs. Oh, I am going well. Uni's been a little horrible. Good night.
Yeah.
Is that what this is about? Do you have something to say?
No.
Okay. Yeah, Uni's been a little horrible. Oh, Airy Bourbon. Oh, maybe I shouldn't say you and out you like this, but he says, facts, McDonald's pickles slap. I don't know what it is about McDonald's pickles, but they're so good. Mods, you guys are great. Yes, thank you guys. I'm on the Streamlabs dashboard looking for the off button for that. I just went, Matisse is like, woo, then I see all the bots like, ah. Yeah, I don't know. I come back because uni, I come back after uni screws me over. I've had a icky day. And then people are like, hee. My Google Forms had a bot raid as well. So I have 1,000 entries for like dodgy things. And now I'm having a bot raid for followers, which is a lot of fun. Hola, hello. In case anyone interested, the UK just announced a new PM. Oh, it's not Boris Johnson anymore. I disagree. They nasty. I'm gonna put a poll in chat right now. McDonald's pickles, yes or no? McDonald's pickles. Okay. And I'm gonna vote for yes myself. Because I love me a good McDonald's pickle. I feel like I'm very scared that I'll become like that pregnant lady who's like huffing pickle juice. But I don't know. Are the pickles on a burger or by themselves? On a burger. Except for that one time where I said 4 extra pickles thinking I meant 4 individual pickles, but I meant 4 extra servings of pickles. And then I had a burger that was more pickle than burger. It was an absolute nightmare. But, also, I did eat the entire thing, so I don't know. I will complain. On the app, you can request as many pickles as you want. That's beautiful. I don't know what it is. We're pretty even, though. 4 people say yes, McDonald's pickles. 3 people say no. Mint sauce. Oh, yeah, when my mum was pregnant, I think it was me. She would take a bottle of mint sauce, which is, like, used for roasts and stuff. And she drank the entire thing. Funnily enough, I don't like mint, the plant. I think mint, the flavor, can be okay. Like, candy canes, I will eat them. But I don't like the plant. It doesn't taste good to me. Oh, would you like some burger with your pickles? They must have just been like, is this a joke? It was a joke to me when I got my burger back and realized what I had done. 5 people say yes to McDonald's pickles. I feel vindicated that McDonald's pickles are absolutely goated now. Alright. Next confession. I wish plastic straws would come back to Macca's. Because trying to give the suck out of a paper straw is long, and honestly, I don't care about the terms.
It's not just Macca's, it's everywhere.
It is everywhere here. It is definitely everywhere here.
Yeah.
But yeah, what are your thoughts on the turtles? This is Middle Tease, my middle brother.
Nuke them.
Nuke them?
Who cares about them?
The turtles are nice, though.
Yes, but would you rather have paper straws or plastic straws?
I don't care. My straws can be paper.
Would you... Hey, there's paper straws...
You have to speak... Oh, I keep hiccuping. Speak louder so the people can hear you.
No.
Well, don't be here if you're not going to be heard.
Literally, paper straws are as bad as plastic straws because you have to cut down trees.
Some people say...
Stonks.
Heck paper straws, bring your own metal straw. I've seen metal straws that are like love heart shaped. That's very cute.
Metal straws aren't...
Spitting facts. I'm disappointed in you, Middle Tees. Pop the lid off and drink it like a man. But you can't... If you're at a fast food restaurant, popping the lid off, you're just going to get like ice down your throat. And then you're going to have like cubes of ice trapped in your throat. You go...
And with metal straws, if you're driving in your car and you hit a bump, you knock your teeth out. Stonks.
Thank you.
Simple logic.
I hate paper straws. Have your metal straw, which you can wash, and then using less straws, so less waste. Unfortunately, onceuponatisse is not a fan of the metal straw dialer.
I like my teeth how they are, thanks.
Thank you so much, Blaster Dark, for subscribing. 14, you're streaming in. Welcome back. 14 months. That is so hecking long. We're in the middle of a bot raid, by the way, which is why things aren't showing up. Okay, I actually have to get up. Metal straws impale the roof of your mouth. Oh. Okay, aren't we all bots though? Still in the Matrix. Recently, okay, I read this thing. I think it was on Reddit. I don't know, but someone had a theory. I think it was in r slash. I cannot speak today. r/glitch in the Matrix. And they were saying, here is the proof. Here's how I know we are in the Matrix. And it was the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. So I'm gonna share it with you guys. Alright, so I was scrolling through Reddit, minding my own business, and then I see this post. This is how I know we're in the Matrix. And this person said, look at the road. The road is how I know we're in the Matrix. I was like, okay, ready to hear them out, ready to hear what about the road means that we're in the Matrix. They said cars. They fit 2 people across, right? They fit on the road, and in some roads you can fit 2 next to each other. I'm like, yes, I'm following you. We've got it. And then they were like, buses. Fit 4 people, and then some standing in the middle, and they fit in a lane. And that's how I know we're in a Matrix. And I'm like, what? Just because they make buses big enough. They're like, I can reach out my arms and touch both sides of my car, but a bus can also fit there? And I'm like, yeah, because cars take up less space in the lane, right? Buses are significantly larger than cars, yes. But like, now my pillow is shifted, so don't mind me as I like scooch a bit. It's the most ridiculous theory I've heard. But yeah, so that is, like, I think it's hilarious. Like, I was reading it and I was just losing brain cells as I was, like, reading it. I was... What? Oh, so that's what you're gonna do now, is it? This is, no, don't say hey raiders, it's the bot people again. It's the bot people trying to figure out how they can get around me blocking the things. Buses are 4.9 meters to 5.1 meters. Typically, cars are not. And these bots are not giving up. It's how you know you're winning in life, I think. That's what I'm just gonna tell myself to make myself feel good. But yeah, so... Maybe I should do tell me your glitch in the Matrix stories, but I don't know. Do you guys even have many of those? I really wish you could legally smack upside the head adults who are just plain dumb or don't get simple concepts. Bring back corporal punishment? Is that what it is? Give people the cane? Whack them. You didn't do your job well enough. I'm gonna whack you. Some people are very punchable though. I fought 5 orcs, 3 dragons, and 15 goblins on the way to work today. Do you work in, like, a board game store? Have seen this theory too. Okay, well, it's not groundbreaking news then that I've just told you a theory that everyone's, like, on top of, and everyone's like, yeah, we know about this, okay, we're aware. Tell the bots they're part of the Matrix and watch them explode. One Hell's Kitchen contestant told Gordon Ramsay that she thought that cold water boils faster than hot water. I think, like... Okay. So that's a bit matrixy, I suppose. When I'm on cash registers, I use a British accent to make it more fun. You know what? That sounds good. I have a Pokemon card that is worth twice my spending money. I'm not quite sure. I can't quite quantify what twice of your spending money is. Turned off host and raid alerts. Thank you. Thank you, because I'm like, I don't know what to do here. But I assume that is a hell of a lot. Ooh, we got some new responses. 50 responses here say that I am the R word. That means mentally disabled. Thank you. Hard pressed, man. This is so good. This one was $5. I don't know why, because the rest were $4. But if you find a Grape Aid Arizona, buy it. Alright. I'm looking for some new... Alright. New confession. Bot's getting stroppy that they're getting blocked. And the spending money is $1, $2 card. I used to sneak food I hated into my serviette and then had to go to the bathroom mid-meal so I could flush the food I hated down the toilet. I did that too. Now, I don't know if my mother's still watching, I really hope she is. But I would take strategic baths. Sometimes I would just take baths as a kid when I knew it was going to be dinner time, because I liked eating dinner in the bath. It was relaxing, it was nice. But there were some nights where I already knew what was being cooked. I knew I didn't like it, and so I took a strategic bath. So shepherd's pie is my least favourite meal. I just don't like it. It's yucky to me. I do not like it at all, alright? So when I was a kid, I would be like, right, I think it's shepherd's pie for dinner. I'm having a bath. And that way, I could eat my dinner in the bath, and then, whoop, down the toilet it would go. Didn't we all do that? Mother is here! Mum, I did nothing of the sort. Yeah, but that's my biggest, like, when I was a kid. I hate pizza and have never eaten a whole one. Tried it once and found it nasty. Pizza is so good though. Like, okay, maybe you tried a bad pizza, or maybe you just have interesting taste. But, yeah, that's fascinating. There are some pizzas that are really rank. Once, I was really hungry, so I definitely ate this pizza, but I'm not going to say I enjoyed it. Mother is here, ungrateful child. I feel bad about it now, Mom. So once I had this pizza, I went over to someone's house, and it was for their birthday, right? And they had these, like, gourmet pizzas. So they're not just pizzas. They're, like, pizzas... bougie pizza. And so on the pizza was roasted sweet potato and fried onions and cheese, of course. I was starving, so I was like, you know what, this is dinner. But no, it was probably the least favorite pizza I have ever had. It was not great, I'm not gonna lie. She hardly ever ate in the bath. That's why it was a treat. When you see the slow cooker out for dinner. Slow cooker food is actually pretty good if you do the right things in it. onceuponatisse in trouble now. Hey, tongue punching, how are you? Thoughts on anchovy on pizza? No, not gourmet pizza is in GPK. This is like very recently, and GPK is not really a thing anymore. I loved GPK. Making the little dough things as a kid. And because they touched the table, we were never allowed to eat it, but I would always sneak a little bit of dough anyway. Because it was delicious. But no, GPK was so good. It was such a good day when we got to go to GPK. Thoughts on anchovy on pizza? I have never had an anchovy on pizza, so I don't really know. I don't know how I feel about eating the whole fish. Like, it's got eyeballs and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know. I know that there are anchovies in, like, Caesar salad dressing, and Caesar salad dressing is delicious. So, you know what? It might be okay, but I've never had it. Anchovies belong in the bin. Never had anchovies. I think, like, most people have either never had them because of the bad rap or, like, genuinely hate them. There's very few people, I think, that are like, give me them anchovies. Never tried them. Soda pickles. Blaster Dark! Now, have you been to Mac? Anchovies are in Worcestershire sauce. Okay, then, you know, there's a few things with anchovies in them that I suppose I like. But, yeah. Most people, yeah, just have not had them. I browned my pants as an adult. Like a few months ago. Oh, that is like my worst nightmare. Now that I'm lactose intolerant, sometimes I'll, like, eat something with milk in it, and then I'll be like, I need to go home right now. And it is, like, the worst thing to happen. I'm like, ooh. But, yeah, that, oh. That must be absolutely awful. I hate wooden cutlery. Poo on the environment. Look, wooden cutlery isn't that bad if it doesn't taste wooden. I know, I hate it when you get, like, wooden spoons with ice cream, or even wooden sticks with ice cream. And then you finish your ice cream and it's been delicious, and then the last little mouthful of ice cream just tastes like a tree. Like, as long as it doesn't taste like wood, yes. Otherwise, no. Next confession is, I think Matisse is the cutest woman alive. Thank you. I can't blow bubbles with bubblegum. You may be, like, is it bubble gum that you're trying it with? Because I know chewing gum is very different and it's very hard to blow bubbles with. But yeah, I don't know. It takes a lot of practice to be able to blow bubbles. You gotta, like, and this is gonna sound weird, but you've got to be able to just, like, tongue the gum in the correct position. Like, you gotta flatten it and then, like, I once ate a bug, probably. See, I recently told, I think it was my mum, I was like, did you know that, like, apparently you're statistically supposed to eat, like, 1,000 bugs a year in your sleep? And she's like, no, that's not real. I'm like, oh. So I guess you can't trust everything you read on the internet. But yeah, ooh! Next confession. My girlfriend is a furry. Depending on what you're into, that could either be a great thing or a bad thing. I don't know. When was wooden cutlery a thing? Every takeout place at the moment has wooden cutlery. I took my littlest brother to Supernova a little while ago. And before we got there, I had to be like, now, listen, there's a thing called furries, and you're going to see a lot of them. And I just remember him, like, we walked right in, and the first thing he goes is like, there's a furry. Alright, I'm starting a poll. Furries, yes or no? I wanna gauge your interest, chat. Most Aussies will have eaten a fly. I've definitely accidentally eaten, like, furry or plushies or both. Furry as in the people who dress up in animal costumes and, like, diddle each other. The people who have fursonas and they're like, oh, my spirit is a wolf and this is my mascot fur outfit. Tastefully, no. I had a friend from school on Facebook. They became a furry after we left. They shared some questionable artwork, and I don't like furries after that. Yeah, no, okay. I was watching a TikTok cringe compilation because sometimes you just have to watch TikTok cringe compilations. Ow. Also, I have a bruise on my thumb because in my sleep I clenched my fist, and now I have little finger-shaped bruises right the way up my thumb, and it really hurts. But yeah, I was watching a TikTok cringe compilation, and I wish I could find this video again because I would share it every single place I could possibly think of if I could still find this video. But it was a furry wearing underwear. No, it wasn't a person underwear size. It was like the fursuit had a giant pair of underwear specifically built for the fursuit. But that wasn't it. It was packing. Like, they had shoved, like, 3 pairs of socks down there or something. Because it was horrendously large, okay? And keep in mind, this is not a person I'm talking about. This is, like, a cartoon animal. And it was the most... They were just dancing around the kitchen, like, ooh. Dressed as a bright blue dog. And I was like, flip, this is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. It was absolutely traumatizing. Anyway, that's my experience with furries. It's okay, I can unban myself from the dashboard. Although 9 minutes ago, the bot stopped. I think they got bored because we were really good at ignoring them. Thank flipping goodness. Let me check the poll. How are we going? 2 people say yes to furries. 75% say no. We have 2 furries in here, guys. Be very nice. There is a girl on TikTok called Charlotte, will say last name later, who does cringe compilations and also very funny Karen videos. Very nice. Yeah, no, I have a bunch of furries following me on TikTok. No hate to the furries. They're big fans. I just hate to the furries if you're strutting around your kitchen in a packed pair of underpants. That's traumatizing. Fur yourself all around if you so desire, but if you're furring yourself in a gyrating towards my face, I draw a line. Mummy told the little bot to go to bed. Probably. She's probably like, 10 o'clock, it's bedtime. I don't know what you're doing on this Twitch, but you really need to go to bed now. It's unacceptable. I told you 15 minutes ago. 15 minutes ago, I told you need to get into bed. No, I don't want to hear it. I don't want... You said 5 more minutes yesterday, and what did you do? You stayed up another half hour. No, it's time for bed. You've got to go brush your teeth. Is that an accurate Once Upon... No, that's not an accurate Once Upon a Mum impression. That is my impression of the average Australian mother. I should do that on TikTok. Australian mother impersonations. No, it's time for bed. This isn't acceptable. Darling, you won't do your schoolwork properly in the morning if you don't get your rest. Okay? Give me your phone. We're going to go to bed. I thought you were doing your mum, and I was like, big plays when she's in chat. No, my mum doesn't sound anything like that. When I say it's bed, it's bed. No, I wouldn't dare. Every time I've tried to impersonate my mum, she's like, I don't sound like that. So I can't even do it right. I can't... There's no chance I'll be able to impersonate my mum, so I don't try. She just gives that look, bed now. I remember the stupidest thing I did once. Okay, because I had a Kindle Fire. It was really cool. Right, and so, oh no, they're back. They heard me, they did not like the mother impression. You jumped on again just before you got in bed. Now, I'm going to contact your mum. She's not going to be pleased. Say that to a bro tease. So on this Kindle, I was like checking my emails, okay? Because back in the day, people from school used to email each other like all day, every day. Gmail had the chat room. I still have the Kindle Fire, my first electronic device. I still have it. I think it's in my bedside cupboard. But we were all like on our emails late at night, and I got sent a chain mail, and it was like, my name is Emily Dinglehopper. I was pushed down a well at school, and if you don't share this with at least 10 people, I will be under your bed tonight. And I was like, goodness gracious, because I was like 11, 12, something like that. I was like, oh, better share this to all of my school friends. And so I clicked send all, which sent it to all of my Gmail list. And you know who I had on my Gmail list, right? My mother. Anyway, she finds out the next morning, obviously, that I was like, it was 10 o'clock at night and I was sending chain mail to people. Because I don't know, what do you do when you open your email and you're like, oh, great. My child sent me an email in the middle of the night that is like, I'm gonna be under your bed. Oh, and I was like, stupid move. Stupid move. Rookie mistake. So if you're ever sneaking around to send chainmail letters to people in the middle of the night, don't send it to your entire mailing list. You know, classic kid things. Maybe just think before you act is my biggest piece of life advice. Just take 3 seconds, sit back, be like, right, is this a good idea? Probably not, I'm gonna do it anyway. Oh, it's a great time as a child. What can you do? I wish I had my old Game Boy. It got lost. We moved a few times. I wish I had my old Leapfrog. Okay? My DS is just there. But this was pre-DS. This was when I was a little kid and we had like Disney Princess tracing game. Well, it wasn't all tracing. There was one where Ariel was singing, but there was one where you had to trace letters so Cinderella could dance at the ball. And so Cinderella would be standing there and you traced like a letter. You like traced A and then she'd do a little turn and you'd be like, yes. Bro, Leapfrog, so good. And we had so many games and I wish I had a working one because I would love to just like, I know they're children's games, but I think it would be really cute to plug in my old Disney Princess game and just like get the nostalgia from like even the sound and be like, oh my goodness, I even went on eBay recently. I was like, how much are these things? Too expensive for just let me have a look at this. But you know, I have a friend who does electronics. Maybe I can find my old Leapfrog, give it to him and be like, fix it now. Unless my parents have thrown it out because they have been doing a massive cull recently of all the old stuff. I don't know. Well, at least Emily Dinglehopper didn't haunt you. Yeah, Emily Dinglehopper didn't haunt me because I forwarded chainmail to my mother. I had the SpongeBob one. There were so many different ones, but the one I was most connected to was the Disney Princess one. And it had Ariel and Cinderella and as you can see, it wasn't just a phase, Mom. Oh, speaking of, oh my goodness, okay? I have been looking because I'm trying to build a brand, okay? I don't want to be like boring. And I was looking recently. I was like, you know what does really well? Videos where I am dressed as flashy as possible. So pirate videos and princess videos do exquisitely. Recently, my TikTok video where I went to Woolies in my Woolies ball gown dress went impeccably. I'm like, if I am dressed flashy, the videos are eye-catching, people are more likely to look. So I'm like thinking about brand building, right? And I'm like, for my next mannequin try-on hauls, I'm, yes, gonna wear something that's easy to get in and out of, but I was thinking of wearing like a fancy dress or something and walking around the shops, because watching someone stand there and be like, here's a mannequin in jeans and a t-shirt is all well and good, but like an eye-catching dress? That seems like a very stonks move to me. Anyway, I also have been window shopping for a lot of dresses, and they're so pretty, all of these like floofy dresses. Oh. Incredible. I love window shopping online. You don't buy most of it. You have 100 tabs open and you're like, this is pretty, this is pretty, this is pretty. And then you close them all and you're like, that was a successful window shopping. A dress totally made of V-cans. If they pay me, I will. If not, heck off. A dress totally made of can tops. Maybe like a chainmail dress. I remember the leapfrogs, but I don't think I owned one. I loved my leapfrogs so much, and I still do. Oh yeah, do you like basketball? I can't remember. I saw the Harlem Globetrotters, and that was pretty cool, but I don't follow basketball. Pretty sure my brother still has his. That's incredible. We love nostalgia. Dance break. Oh goodness, okay. I'm not wearing good jeans, guys. But hey, Rosie, yes. Oh, gush. Oh, shh. Stop. I'm accidentally playing 2 YouTube videos at once because I have my study playlist open. Ouch. Alright. Gosh, stop it. Oh, I really need some new dancing music because I've got like none left. I know. Okay. This is a bit copyright, but it's okay. I'm going to turn this very much up and then probably have to turn it down because my brother is sleeping in the next room. This is like I was at class, and so top half is good, but I mean bottom half is good, but it's very wrinkly because I have been sat cross-legged for ages. Alright, hold up. Boop. Alright. This is a dance break, it just has a long intro. It's a meditative dance break. My brothers are also dancing. You can't see them. Can you come in?
Too tall, let's go.
Come in, come in, come in. Dance right for you. Wow, I have absolutely destroyed my pillow. This is my sitting pillow. I actually really like this pillow, and the fact I use it for my sitting pillow is kind of appalling. Alright. Oh, let me turn that back down because I'm going to scare myself. Okay. Shh, stop flipping ads. Oh, come back down. Okay. Now we just need Once Upon a Mum to join. Sitting pillow or booster seat? It's a bit of both. Because if I sit like normally on the chair, it's okay. But also when you sit for a long period of time, like, you just need the extra cushion. But also it doesn't make that much of a difference because I do sit on my legs like a little gremlin. I'm glad you guys enjoyed a little crab rave there. So proud of us, the sibling dance party, as you should be, as you should. I'm proud of them for actually coming in when I asked them to, because usually they're like, no, I don't want a piece of this. Yeah, I was in the city on the 27th in Circular Quay Botanic Gardens all day, playing Pokemon in our group of 20-ish, had a fun day. Did 23,817 steps over 10 hours or so. That's great. That was glorious. Thank you. Did you catch her? Blackroot38, thank you so much for following. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. I hope you're real. What a bunch of ding-dongs. It was something. First time doing that many steps. I think I did around that many steps every day, like when we went to Disneyland. We did heaps at Disneyland. I don't remember the exact counts though, but I remember looking at my steps like, oh my goodness. I also lost my mum's phone at Disneyland. So we were going on the Matterhorn, and for some reason, I don't know why, I had both phones, my phone and my mum's phone, in my back pocket. Actually, I don't know, I think I had both of them, because we were taking photos and stuff, and I was taking photos on my mum's phone, and we were about to get on the ride, so I just put them both in my back pocket. We went on the ride, we had a fun time. Anyway, I get off at the ride, check my back pocket for my phone, it's still there, great, keep walking. I forgot I had 2 phones and 2 back pockets to check, so I checked, my phone was still there, it was great. My other back pocket was completely empty. We didn't realise until later, and Mum was like, can I have my phone back? And I'm like... So we run back to the Matterhorn, and Mum's like, oh, please, please do not have my phone stolen. We run back to the Matterhorn, and Mum's like, did someone hand in a phone? And they were like, yes, what does the case look like? She was like, pink with flowers, and they're like, is this it? And she's like, yes! And she grabs her phone back, and apparently it was just sitting on the seat after I got up. And luckily the next person didn't just grab it, and they were like, hey, here's a phone. Yes, but Mum was not well pleased. And after that, I always like triple double checked whatever I was carrying and made sure I had it, because I was like so used to just checking my own phone that I was like, I lost the more important phone. The phone with the international SIM card that we could actually contact people on. That phone. So, yeah. And it was a girls' trip, so it was just my mum and I. You know, luckily everything's fine. All good things happen, but it was like, better than when we definitely got almost pickpocketed in New York. Because it was just my mum and I again. But it was like, we were on a family holiday, but the boys were all doing something else. My mum and I, we were going to meet my brothers and my dad. And we were walking through New York to meet them. I think they were at Dick's Sporting Goods, and we were like, this is a boring shop, we want to go somewhere else. So we went to a different store, and we were going to meet back up with them. And as we were walking there, this massive guy came up to us, and he was like, hey ladies, how are you? Can I have a hug? And when there's like this massive, you're in a foreign country, you're two tiny women in a foreign country, and a massive guy has just come up to you in the middle of a city and is asking you for a hug, that's very scary. What do? And you just kind of go, ah, and then, you know, you'll go like, ah, and then he leaned in, gave us both a hug. Dad had all of our valuables, so there was nothing in our pockets, but I reckon if there was something in our pockets, it definitely would have been taken. But yeah, look, I don't know if he for sure was a pickpocket or he was just trying to feel us up. I don't know. All I do know is you don't do that for like not suspicious reasons. Yeah. But if you're a lone female in a country, you can have weird experiences like that, I think. I also saw like a machine gun for the first time in America, and that was a wild experience. Of course, the boys would go to Dick's Sporting Goods. That's like everyone they go to that. Oh, actually, every Lids they go to, which if you haven't been to America, Lids is a cap store, and they sell caps from all of the sporting teams. You can get them like embroidered with the signature of your favorite player. Very cool. So every Lids store that we came across, my brothers would go into, and my mum would be like, they're all the same. What are you expecting to find? They're like, what if there's a different one here? And so like they already have so many caps. All of my brothers have like over 20 caps each, honestly. But every Lids, I mean, because like, you know, there's more of them than there are of us, honestly. And so when the boys were like, saw a Lids, we knew we were going into the flipping Lids. But yeah, look, it wasn't that bad, because it's a lot of fun to be in the other country, and to be perfectly fair, I made my family walk like 11 blocks to an Ulta store, because it's a makeup store, we don't have that in Australia, and I wanted to buy Colourpop, which is an awesome brand, which again is very hard to come by here. So, you know. What is this camera quality? Damn! What is this camera quality? Is it really bad? It is my normal camera quality. What's happened? I don't know. It's good. Twitch did do an update. We have 720p, baby? It's very good. It looks better than normal. Wow. Yeah, no, I am streaming directly from the Twitch app, and they just, like, I just updated on my phone, so maybe it has something to do with that. Usually, like, 40 pixels. You never have been 720p. But maybe this is, like, things are looking up for me, because the quality of stream has always been a big issue, along with, like, the internet. So, like, because as we know, my internet right now is so bad I can't even do PC streams. And when I do phone streams, the quality is even worse than PC. And that's always been a big thing. People pop in and they're like, wow, this is trash, and then they leave. So, you know, guys, Maybe this is the start of great things. It's an improvement. We're gonna be famous, lads. All of the things. Hey, good. That's exciting. I'll have to like look at my clips afterwards and surprise myself. Ooh. We'll be getting 4K Matisse in no time. You will be able to see all of my pores in 4K. You'll be like, oh my goodness, bet you have a blackhead over there or something. Like, you don't want to see me in 4K, I don't know. We need 8K Matisse. 8K, you see every eyelash, like, doing eyelashy things. That's not what eyelashes do. Thank you, Auntie Jeff, for water break. I'll take that now. I don't have any water left, so we're gonna have a great break. Starlink, all you need is for Elon Musk to hurry up. I got an ad for it recently. I think it was like a Facebook ad, and they were like, get Starlink now. And I was like, I would if I could. You can get 8K Matisse for 8K. No, keep it 1080p, but have a fan meet up at a con or something. Well, like 1080p, and then they see me in person, they're like, ah! Hologram Matisse, 8K and in your room. Loving the copyright-free music vibes. It is. I don't know if that's sarcastic, but look. It is Animal Crossing lo-fi. My streaming playlist needs a big revamp. Hold up. Okay, I'm posting something in Discord, lads. Wait, give me a second. Okay. Gosh! I don't know why I'm hiccuping so much tonight. Ooh. Are you okay, self? Seems like we're going okay. Alright, crikey, what I know, I have the most aggressive hiccups. It's actually mental. Oh. Oh yeah, let me see if there's Oh! We have another confession. I don't know if you're prepared for this one, guys. Alright. Hello. I kissed my cousin once, and now Christmas is awkward. Playing footsie with me under the table and stuff. I'm scared. What do I do? I'm scared she'll tell the family if I tell her to heck off. Now, okay. Let me get my advice in gear. This is so very Alabama. Okay. First of all, to prevent these situations, I know this doesn't help now, but if there is an opportunity to kiss your cousin, don't do it. And you can quote me on that. I think if she's trying to play footsie with you under the table, give it a good stomp. And then if she's like, ow, he stomped on my foot, say, oh, I'm sorry. That was an accident. And, like, genuine apologize. But every time, it's like Pavlov's dog, you know? Every time a bell rings, they want a treat. Every time they play footsie, they get a stomp. That way, they they associate you with getting absolutely smacked, and they're like, oh, I don't want to do that anymore. So you've got to train them like a dog. That's my best advice. Get a girlfriend just for Christmas, or amputate your legs so no more footsies. Technically not illegal, but still, isn't cousin illegal? I thought, like, second cousin was legal, but first cousin, I don't know. Sometimes I hate my job so much that I wish I had an option to change jobs. But I don't know what I would do because I actually don't mind what I do. Maybe it's not what you do that sucks. Maybe it's your place of work. So, like, if you don't mind what you do, but you hate your job, and, like, I could be totally wrong here, but maybe it's, like, the place you work, the people you work with, and maybe you gotta look for the same kind of thing, but in a different spot. Takes note, train girlfriend like dog. Got it. I'm saying train your cousin like a dog, not your... Tang, do you have something to tell us about your familial relations? Some family members I wish I was not related to. They are embarrassing, and I don't want my friends to know we're related. Now, I'm, like, very on the fence about this. Wait, I kissed my cousin and I liked it. I hope my family don't mind it. It felt so good. It felt so right. Hope I don't end up in love tonight. I kissed my cousin and I liked it. I liked it. Don't send that to any of my cousins. I have not kissed them. They're all icky. So I'm very on the fence here. Because I am someone like, yes, family is the people you're born into. But family is also the people you choose. So, like, there are people in my family that, like, yes, they're your family, but they're not your family, you know? So, I don't know, that's a really tough one. Because they are kind of like the people you're stuck with. But it depends what they do. If they're, like, embarrassing in a loving way, like, they're very well-meaning, I think that's maybe a you problem. But if they're, like, genuinely just horrible people, then, like, yeah, I can totally see that. I have no advice for you, though, but that does suck. Did I say I was from the South? It's Florida. Florida doesn't really count. Don't kiss your cousins and like it, please, chat. No. Chat, no. Florida isn't a real state. Australia isn't real. Blood isn't always family, I feel, but blood still has ties, yeah. You can't get away from your family, like, a lot of the time, but you can choose to have the closest people in your life be whoever you want. I may have a Mrs. Incredible crush after seeing you, but only yours. Please bless me for thy sins. Thank you for confessing. Thank you very much. It means so much to me that you have come to me with this, my friend. You know, I went to a party recently dressed as Mrs. Incredible, and there were definitely some few people who were like, my bad. But I was also freezing because I was like, oh, this is fine. I'm covered from, like, wrist to ankle, right up to my neck, completely covered. I'll be warm. It's spandex. I was not warm. Freezing. Let me see if there's any more. There's one that just says, bruh. Bruh. She's elasticy, not a furry. I never said she was a furry. Who said she was a furry? Or are you saying about being warm? You might have been covered, however. think this is some good confessions there. I would hate that outfit. Furries are becoming the undertone of this chat. Chad, you have something to tell me. I think y'all are into furries, man. Once Upon a Tea sponsored by furries. You know, if I start getting, like, paid on other platforms, I might actually be sponsored by furries, because I do have an awful lot of furries sponsoring me. Unless you guys are the furries. Because you guys do give me bits. And if you guys giving me bits counts as being sponsored by furries. Like, oh, Safaki! The combine harvester. He returns. If you guys haven't been around when Safaki's there, you'll be confused, but that's my combine harvester impersonation. It's a very beautiful thing, okay? Bits equals furries is an interesting theory. Oh, here we go again. You're sending me to jail in Common Sausage for the combine harvester. Or for calling... I wasn't calling you guys furries. I was insinuating that you might be. I just don't know, because I haven't asked. If any of you are furries, state your name. Oh, this is almost done. I'm finishing this, okay? It's just so delicious. Actually, didn't open this at the start of stream. I opened this in my Zoom class because my Zoom class is 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. It's horrible. And I opened this so I could keep myself going because that is a horrible time to have a Zoom class. It's absolutely miserable, okay? And I'm sure you can agree, it sucks. What does the frog hat make you? Frogs are not furry, okay? It makes me, like, slimy at best. I miss you more than snuffing socks inside my harvester. Look, uni did me in, but we're here now and that's what's important. Oh, how is the harvester? Is it harvesting real well? New category, slimies. I love Disco Frog so much. It's the cutest emote, and it deserves the Hall of Fame. At least you get table service during uni. Yes, my mum is very good. She brings me my dinner during uni class because we have dinner around like 6:30 and, you know, uni goes till 7. So I'm chilling in my class and my mum brings my dinner and it's like the highlight of my class because it's the best thing to happen. It's so boring though. Yes, Disco Frog. Ugh! He's so cute. He's so cute. I love that they're all changing at the same time. It's beautiful. Is it hard to cater for Matisse? You know, we still haven't had a stream with Once Upon a Mum as a guest. She's got long COVID at the moment, so I know she wouldn't want to. But, like, I imagine, because you guys did, like, a Q&A with my dad, I imagine, you'd love to get some interesting answers from Mum. Don't give Matisse dairy products and you're golden. Damn, you missed my comment now? Oh, dang it. Where did I miss it? Truth be told, the mods would send you to jail. I would be the last viewer to do that. Sending you to jail is above my pay grade. Why blasted arc? As long as I don't feed her shepherd's pie. Actually, yeah, Mum does have to make me like a special little dish with my dairy-free cheese. Well, not dairy-free, lactose-free. It's still technically dairy. But yeah. Mum has had to make a few adjustments. I'll do a Q&A stream. Do it like bro tease. Get yourself like a mask and like a big hat and be like, you'll never see me, you'll never steal my face. Yeah. Look, there was this photo recently. I was looking back through my old photos. And I was looking at photos of me from like December. And I have like 2 things of pink milk and I'm like drinking them both. And January where I have like a milkshake. I had so many milkshakes in January. And then I was like later in the day rolling around in so much pain. Like, what is going on? Why am I in so much pain? I remember there was once I was lying on my mum and dad's bed. Absolutely. I was just crying and clutching my stomach. And I was like, I don't know what's happening. I was flipping like... And I like had a bath and everything and it calmed down. And like looking back at those old photos of me drinking milkshakes, I'm like, how did you not see what was going on? Me doing my normal thing, drinking copious amounts of milk and just being like, this is fine. I do miss it though, because sometimes I would just have a glass of milk because it was delicious. And the good old days before dairy betrayed you. Oh, long live the frog. I could watch Disco Frog for hours. I'm not, no, we're streaming, we're not watching the frog. But that, Imagine having a pet disco frog. If I ever commit a sin, remind me to come here on this channel and confess it. You might need church. You probably do, my friend. I don't know your life, though. I don't know your background. I don't know what you're up to. Depends. Mesmerized by Disco Frog. We should do this for a raid at the end. Oh, maybe that can be our raid calling card, spamming Disco Frog. Because we do, like, we never quite get it together, do we? We're always like, Is exclamation mark raid supposed to tell people what to do when we raid? I don't know. I've never made it because I have no idea what it does. I reckon Disco Frog looks a bit like a bear as he's tumbling. Maybe that's why he's beautiful to me. He's so beautiful. Okay, I am getting a little tired though. My next 2 streams, I'm not sure exactly what time it will be. I will let you guys know. They won't be normal time, I don't think, because I am quite busy this week. I have a lot of events in the night time, so I was thinking maybe like day/afternoonish kind of streams. But I will let you guys know when I will do those. I'm just gonna check one last time if we have any last confessions, but if you guys have any raid suggestions, let me know. I love making these confessions. Heck yeah. Tang is totally from Alabama. Thank you for confessing that. That was very important for the chat. Not even being sarcastic. I'm just so very tired. Look, same. For some reason my throat is really sore today. Like I don't have COVID. I hope. No, I won't have COVID. I think I just need to drink more water. That's probably it. Confession nights are always interesting. I remember, like, I love doing like confessions, secrets. I know we did paranormal true crime stories once for Halloween, which we've got some probably cool Halloween streams coming up. I just haven't planned them yet. I will though. Is it October? No, it's September. I have plenty of time to plan my Halloween streams. It's fine. But we might do true crime paranormal stories again. But also the anonymous advice. I think that could be a fun one, and I don't think we've done that before. We've done, like, random advice streams, but, like, anonymous advice where you can put anything you like. Oh, that's upsetting. Yes, wait, did Airy Bourbon say goodnight? Good night, if they left. Night all once upon a mum. There were no more confessions. You tried doing a body paint night closer to Halloween, another pumpkin carving. Yes. I can use some of my neon paints. I saw recently this, like, neon kind of, skeleton. And I haven't done a skeleton before. I think my pop art zombie was my most ambitious body paint. I'm still the most proud of that one. 4 hours, pretty good work. I haven't done a body paint in like a year. I think that was the last body paint I did. Add that to my list for this week. Paint myself a funny color maybe. 'Cause, wow. That's upsetting. That is like one of my big hobbies. Why haven't I not done that? Ew. Everyone be cleansed until next confession stream. Yeah. Thank you for getting everything you need off your chest. Let me go to... We're gonna raid someone with 8 viewers. Oh, I forgot what her name was. Gosh, wait, hang on. Hang on. What did I say she was? Alright, cool. Look, I know it's not that big of a surprise, because, you know, we don't have many more viewers than that, but it's still, like, kinda cool. Just, you gotta love surprising some people, you know? So basically, I don't know, spam Disco Frog, and if it doesn't work, they'll just get a bunch of text. Thank you guys so much for being here. It has been absolutely wonderful having you. Thank you for confessing all of your terrible, terrible secrets to me and sticking through the bot raids. But yes, I will see you again sometime this week. Thank you. Yeah. Look out. Hopefully I'm going to be able to edit a YouTube video without corrupting the files this time. Fingers crossed for that, because I'm so sick. I'm so sick of it not working. I just want to give you my silly Minecraft video. And all of my other things. But yes. Don't do anything illegal. Do things that would make me proud. Unless they are illegal. And then do not do them. I'll see you guys next time. You tried. That's very cute.